All enlightened masters through the ages have been announcing, and even the Upanishads have been saying that there is only one sin, that is the sin of identification. Identification means treating yourself something which you are not. For example, you are identified with the body, identified with the soul. Or identifying with the body means that you are treating yourself as the body. Identifying with the mind means that you are treating yourself as the mind. Identifying with the emotions means you are treating yourself as the emotions. But you are neither the body, you are not the mind. Therefore, this identification with the body, with the mind, with the emotions is the greatest ignorance, and that is why you are in bondage. And the only single source of ultimate freedom is treating yourself as unidentified with any thought, thing or emotion. And that is why many spiritual seekers ask, if identification is the greatest sin, then why identification is used in various meditation techniques? For example, they say, become one with the velvet, become one with the rose, become one with the master. Here I want to tell you the most important truth, that all identifications are unconscious. You are identifying with the body, you are identifying with the mind, you are identifying with the emotions. All such identifications are unconscious. But identification is used in meditation techniques very consciously. When something is practiced consciously, that becomes a meditation. If it is practiced unconsciously, that becomes a sin. That becomes a part of our ignorance. And that is what makes the whole difference. And at the same time, I would also like to explain that if some meditation technique is also practiced unconsciously, that meditation techniques no more remains a meditation. For example, you get up early morning and you start saying your daily prayers. You never understand as to whatever you are saying in your prayers, it is all going unconsciously. You are repeating everything like a parrot, just mechanically like a robot. Your all such regular prayers are being done unconsciously. Therefore, it is neither a prayer nor a meditation. However, if you can take your bath consciously, even taking bath can become a meditation. Remember the principle, whatever you do consciously becomes a meditation, and whatever you do unconsciously becomes an act of ignorance. Therefore, if you kill someone consciously, fully alert and fully aware, even killing in this situation will become meditative. It will not be treated as sin. That is why Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, be fully conscious, alert and aware, and know it well within that no one is killed. The inner being is eternal, it's immortal. Nainam chandanti sastrani, nainam dahati pavaka, which means neither arms and weapons can kill it, nor even the fire can burn it. You are destroying the farm, not that which is behind the farm. Go on destroying the farm, fully alert and conscious, and no sin will be committed. Every act done with consciousness, fully alert and aware, becomes an act of virtue. Thank you.